flipped them all twice here, and then they're getting ready to be tucked in for the night. Amy's doing her final cleaning, and then tomorrow morning, bright and early, we'll be back to show you day 2 of the process, because nothing about cheese is ever very quick. Morning, everyone. We are now back here with Feta. Amy, you got it right. Washing everything down, getting ready, sanitizing and cleaning, and then we are, in the process of where all the Feta's been in the mold, sat. It's a long enough time, which is overnight, and we're gonna get ready to undress the Feta, and then we're gonna cut the Feta. So let's get to it. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
So where are we at in the Feta process?
So as you guys saw yesterday, we put the curd in here and we kind of wrapped them up and put them away for the evening. Over the night, the cheese has settled down and binded together. So today we are going to take these molds off. We're going to unwrap the Feta, and what it ends up with is this kind of block of cheese that looks like this. Then we're going to flip these all and we're going to cut them into long logs of Feta. See how that looks when it's all done? And so each one of these is about 20 pounds of cheese.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get a few more of these ready for cutting, and then we'll take you through that process. Okay, so we unwrapped the Feta. Just want to give you a picture of what it looks like. These are all the blocks we made yesterday, getting ready to be cut. So then we're gonna do a little bit of cutting here and starting to put them into their pails so that we have them all set up to start eating.
Guessing, so that's why maybe it's not the exact same weight. It's really hard to get exact weight for artisan cheesemakers because we're scooping, we're not measuring everything at the same time. 4 blocks in each bucket.
4 blocks in each bucket, and there's 3 blocks per brick. And these are all the bricks that we're gonna cut up and get into those pails. Okay, we've got the Feta. We're just one of our pieces before we go into more pails. You've got the pails. What do you have in those pails?
So this is all the whey that we preserved yesterday from the cheese make. So this was whey's the byproduct of the cheese make, and our Feta actually ages in its own whey for at least 6 months. So right now we have our Feta in the pails where they're going to age, and now we're going to pour it with Feta, or with whey. We're going to pour the whey over it. And so we want the whey to be all the way to the top so that all the Feta is submerged and getting that really good flavor. So that's why our Feta is so flavorful. It's immersed the way it's aged.
Okay, just want to give you guys a picture of where we are. So now we've cut the curd into 4 quarters. Actually, there's a couple of them where you can see where when you have a little bit extra, you make sure you fill the pails. So sitting there with its wonderful, beautiful whey, sitting there in its golden glory, soaking with Feta. So what's the next step? That becomes a conversation about salt. Amy's going to talk a little bit about that in a second. But at this stage of the game, in our cheese making process, no salt has been used. It's actually added after. There's reasons to add salt, not just about the flavor, but there is a whole science to why you need to add salt into cheese, and Amy will talk about it in a second. Well, Amy, looks like you're holding a nice cup of salt in your hand. And we did a little bit of video just asking, why and what do you do with salt. So there's no salt in the Feta right now. Why why are we even adding salt? What's going on here?
Well, salt, obviously we all add salt to add flavor to things, and that is part of the reason you add salt to cheese, but it also is, there's a lot of food safety reasons and texture reasons. So the food safety component is it slows down the starter cultures that we do that changes the acidity of the cheese, and so it would be very acid cheese. So, and it would maybe not be safe. So it's a preservative, but then it also controls the texture. So depending on what kind of cheese we're making, based on how much we want to salt, whether we want a really dry cheese or cheese.
Gotcha. So right now you have the perfect secret calculation of how much salt we use at Hidden Springs for our farm-fed feta. And then we're going to add it to each of the pails. It's going to soak in that. And then as we do the pails, tell the audience, how long does our feta sit in these pails?
Yeah, so our feta is more, I call it more of a European style feta. So it's aged in its own way in the salt brine for at least 6 months. So a lot of the other fetas in the US are turned around very quickly, and that's why they're not as flavorful. This is aged on time in our case. Right now, we like to sell it at 9 to 12 months. 6 is my minimum. Right now, my cheese is about 12 to 13 months, and it's really nice at that stage.
All right, well, I'll let you get to it, and then we'll close her up and move the feta to its resting place.
Okay, so now we've added the salt, and this is where Amy needs a little help because this takes quite a bit of muscle and actually just weight. We seal these buckets.
Did you just call me fat? Is that what I just heard?
No, but I do think you weigh a little bit more than I do. So you have to put all your weight in there and get all the way out so those buckets are really sealed tight because like we said, they're going to be aging in there for 6 months to a year. So we packaged the feta, we put it away, we brought it to the cooler. Here's, I don't know, about a month worth of making? Yeah, not too much. It's a small portion of our feta buckets, but they will be stacked like this, and like we said, they can age until they're good and ready for you.
So we're just, we're gonna stack these up. They'll be put to bed, and then we'll see them again. If we're in middle of May, we'll see them in 2027. Thanks for watching our episode on feta, and we hope that you enjoyed the episode. Make sure that you subscribe and send along to your friends. Thanks for the support from Hidden Springs.